EA Sports. It's in the game.
Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Frank, you've competed here on so many occasions. What's the magic of the old course?
Just the history, the fact that this golf course has evolved. We still really don't even know the original designer of the golf course. I think it's just sort of evolved through time. Originally it was 22 holes reduced to 18. The fact that when you look at the scorecard, you play 9 holes out, then you turn around in the loop and come back in. If you even time the tide right, you can play 18 holes with the wind behind your back. But the double greens, there's 7 double greens, and each double green adds up to 18. For example, if you're on the 3rd, it's adjacent to the 15th, the 4th, the 14th. It's a place that just continually grows on you, and then you realize you're playing inside like a museum of the game.
Frank, this is no ordinary opening tee shot. This is the opening shot at the old course at St. Andrews. So are you inspired, intimidated, nervous? Where are the emotions at?
Oh, all of the above. And this opening tee shot will never get old, that's for sure. It looks like a wide open hole. Really, you don't want to be looking right or left because it's out of bounds, even though it's a well way right and a long way left. You basically aim it at the 17th green is a good line for your opening tee shot.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Frank, this first hole, all about the swoke and burn.
Yeah, it cuts in so close to the front of that putting surface. If there's just a puff of wind, then all of a sudden that burn that you could just step across very much comes into play.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, just seemed to baby it.
Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. That is a really good shot landing close to the flagstick. Locked in on the read and the speed. To 1 over par early on in this round. Now to the second hole here at the Open Championship. And Frank, what's the best way to attack?
Ideally, if you're not the longest hitter, just down the right side. But if you've got some wind conditions, wind behind your back, you can nearly drive this green.
Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker. All right, Frank, second shot.
Yeah, it looks like a good lie. Just take maybe half a club more than the distance allows. Still got to check the wind. Don't have to fly the ball all the way to the flag from here.
So, Frank, out of the bunker and back into play.
Yeah, the late Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's always the next one. Well, by getting the ball back in play, he just made that a little easier.
Steady all day long. That one about 20 feet away. He'll settle. Jordan Spieth can really roll it. Has good feel. Let's see what he does with this putt. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Jordan Spieth trying to surrender just one shot. Slipping just a bit, another bogey, and now 2 over par. At the third hole now, Frank, it looks relatively easy, but you know there's some danger lurking somewhere out there on the old course.
There is. There's the pot bunkers down the right side. This is a tee where really you want to have an idea where that wind is coming from. If it's into your face, you might want to be a little cautious and go towards the middle of the golf course. But if it's behind you, well, then it's worth challenging that right side. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours. Should be safely on deck.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. This one just requires a little bit of focus. +1 in the early going. Frank now at the fourth hole.
Yeah, long par 4. 2 choices, whether you game enough to drive it down the right or down the left, which is a much wider piece of fairway.
Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Boy, he got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot. That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll. Now putt for par.
Jordan Spieth for par. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. Par fives, this is where players look to make the move in a major championship. How does this fifth hole par five measure up, Frank?
Well, if you can avoid the bunkers, they're actually left and right, but especially that little group of three bunkers, then it sets up well. It'll be a blind second shot, but you try and guide your second shot between the two bunkers on the hill in front of you, which are called the spectacles.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon. That club must have melted after that one.
Frank, he could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach too. And Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
Well, that is a ball striking clinic right there. Another dazzling approach shot. Pretty close. Been pretty good all day from this distance. Just trying to take care of business. Wow, I thought he made that. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Over the putt. This is Jordan Spieth. Make it 2 birdies on the day. Moving on to the par 4 6th hole here at the birthplace of golf. This hole shares a green actually with the 12th. How do you work your way around this hole, Frank?
Some sort of tee shot. 3 bunkers that look like they're in the left center of the fairway and a series of bunkers down the right. So somehow bisect those, and then you set yourself up to a green with a false front.
Good contact, good result. This is going to be a tough day on the links. I mean, even the seagulls are walking to work. Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Birdie try up next. Frank going for 2 in a row now. And he has it, Frank.
I don't believe it.
Continuing from the oldest championship in the game. It's the Open Championship at the old course at St. Andrews. Here at the 7th hole now, Frank.
Yeah, you try and hit your tee shot over a little stone there. It's called the March stone. That's a good line for like left of center. And, well, if you can just work it off that, good tee shot, you're only going to have a pitch in here to a green that's set up very high.
110 yards now for the second shot. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Oh my goodness, he just made that. I cannot believe it.
I was thinking might get it close, and just a great shot.
Standing on the tee at the par 3 8th here at the Old Course. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
One of the biggest greens on the golf course. It looks flat, it looks like it's easy, but once that flag gets on the left side, this is when the hole becomes a little bit more difficult. It's very easy to take this hole for granted. Very hard to hit it close, though. Not too bad. It's about 23 feet away.
He didn't hit the flagstick, but he still has a chance. Frank, this is a nice run right here.
Oh, yeah, and this is very makeable, too. Excellent chance for 4 in a row.
How did that stay out, Frank?
Did everything but go in.
Did the job right there. Frank, the Old Course all about avoiding the pot bunkers. They're so nasty. This is a good example here, the 9th hole.
Yeah, the pot bunkers really to be avoided are the ones in the middle of the fairway, but there are some that sneak in on the left side, plus that gorse on the left. If you can carry that last one, which is called the end hole, then there's a chance to perhaps drive this green.
Excellent looking shot here. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from that.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Locked in on the read and the speed. That was a good run right there. Almost went in.
At least he's seen the line as it went past the hole. So just replicate that on the way back.
With authority, count it as a par and 2 under. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back 9, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
good solid par right there. Hole number 11, the Eden, is really the finest medium-length one-shotter in all of golf, isn't it, Frank?
Well, this hole's been copied by many an architect for the reasons why it's normally very, very difficult to make a hole of this length, or should I say this short, so difficult. But they've managed to do that here at Eden with that Strath bunker in the front and the severe sloping on either side of that bunker.
Boy, that can really be brutal, can it?
It certainly does. And if you have any doubt there, you'll come unstuck at 11.
Not too bad, about 25 feet away. Jordan Spieth can really roll it, has good feel. And let's see what he does with this putt. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Has it. He's 2 under par. Frank, how do you like the 12th hole here at St. Andrews?
Well, it's a beautiful par 4. You start to see the village of St. Andrews in the background, Eden Estuary to the right, and also decision time. If you're long enough, it's certainly worth having a crack at this par 4 with your tee shot. But if you're not a long hitter, then you've really got to worry about those 4 beautifully and well strategic positioned bunkers in the middle of the fairway.
And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. Pretty good stroke right there, just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
So early on the backside here at the 12th hole, missed opportunity. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Well, a missed opportunity, no doubt. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Now at 1 under for the round. Here at the par 4 13th hole at the old course, Frank, what's the best play, power, or do you go with precision?
Well, you'd like a nice mixture of both there, Rich. If you can take those coffins out of play, that's the name for those series of bunkers sort of down the middle, then obviously you've got a much shorter shot coming in, and then you've got a chance to actually have a full view of this green. What a great shot.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. The second shot now to the par 4. And this is looking really good. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Standing over his birdie putt. Drops the putt to go to 2 under. Frank, what's the strategy here at the 14th?
If you can't go for this par 5 and 2, Rich, there is another option where you can go left. And I mean left of left. That's down the 4th fairway. That's across the Elysian Fields, as they call it, which is a set of sort of hummocks that run down the middle, and you can find a flat lie there and come across at about a 45-degree angle for your 3rd shot to 14.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, one of the unique characteristics of the old course is that only the 1st, 9th, 17th, and 18th holes have their own greens.
Yeah, there's 7 double greens out there, and the double greens, they all add up to the number 18. So if you're on the 5th, it's adjoined by the 13th, or the 6th is the 12th. As well as there's a whopping 112 bunkers, and believe me, they're all in play.
They each have their own name? All 112?
Pretty much so, yeah. There's a few with, there's the Beardies and the Corpse and the Principal's Nose. There's some that do stand out, but none of them are very inviting, that's for sure.
And the road hole bunker, that's one of the most famous in the world. It's not very big.
No, it's probably the size of a couple of tables. It's not quite as deep as it was. That bank is a little less severe now than it used to be in years gone by, probably so they can save a bit of sand, because it gets a bit of excavation day in, day out.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot, he is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
Starting to fire on all cylinders. A couple of birdies in a row, and now 4 under. Headed for home now, partner. The 16th hole, and what are we looking at here?
Well, you have to avoid the Principal's Nose. Otherwise, you're going to finish up in the Principal's office.
Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot.
Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. Not terrible, but not his best.
An outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. This one just requires a little bit of focus. He'll take par and move on. Frank, this may well be the most famous hole in the world. It's the road hole here at the Old Course, number 17.
Yeah, without doubt, Rich. The vistas have changed over the years. It used to be a series of railway sheds down the right, and you had to hit it over across those. Now you hit it off across the corner of the hotel. So blind tee shot, further right you go, the shorter and the better angle you have in. And you need a good angle in because you mentioned it, road hole, it's got the road hole bunker that sits perfectly in that left front of this par 4 green.
Well, he's on the green, but still plenty of work left. About a 25-footer coming up. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Frank, he might like this one. He might. Surprise, surprise.
I tell you, just when you thought things were going to go the other way.
Frank, the 18th hole at the old course, when you stand on the tee, it doesn't look like much. But when you begin to factor in all the history, all the greats who have played, well, then it is quite the hole.
It certainly is. Remember the great putts like Constantina Rocca making it from the front to try and get in a playoff with John Daly. Jack Nicklaus driving the green. It's all been made possible by the ambitious player here. You've got to swing it across the Swilken Burn, out of bounds on the right and beyond the screen, but it is reachable. With the mere mortals, they'll aim a little left. They'll aim at the clock face on the R&A building.
Second shot, good look at the green. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, getting him another good look. Locked in on the read and the speed. And with that, a very strong performance. It's a round of 66. Frank, just some great golf here today.
Yeah, that's a round to remember. Not often you play that well and you feel like you were head and shoulders above the rest of the field.
What a thrill to watch. And for Frank Nobilo and our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now.